Now, the importance of technology in the modern world can no longer be overlooked, neither can it be overemphasized. As human population grows, technology plays a more important role to better the lot of many. In reality, technology helps some emerging countries to have a stronger infrastructure in place that also means a better transportation, better education, hospitals, and access to standard healthcare. Now, one of the innovations birthed by the invention of technology is a Greenerbrains app, which is an app that solves the problems that majority of students experience, which they are not taught how to solve in schools or classrooms. From findings, it was discovered that most parents or guardians want their wards to come top in their academic endeavor, and there are many applications designed to achieve this. However, a lot of them lack the appropriate contents to make students learn fast, to retain and be able to recall memories of lessons learned. It is for this reason that our Greenerbrains app was designed to augment those lapses. And joining us to speak on this subject and the new app is James Okoro, a strategy consultant and content creator at Greenerbrains Consulting. Good to have you on Newsday, James. Let's talk about the apps and problem solution. Why the interest in education and the special focus on students?
Okay, the app was created looking at the structure of educational sector we have in Nigeria, and not just in Nigeria, but the whole world at large. But we are using Nigeria because we are starting from Nigeria. So, looking at Greenerbrains, the kind of problem we try to solve with our technology is not a conventional problem of how students are being taught, you can read English, understand mathematics.
Yeah.
So we try to find a way of bringing something that will help students to not just to learn, but we have three things we have in mind while developing our Greenerbrains. So those three things are, how do we make our students learn very fast? How do they retain what they have learned? And how do they recall it when time calls for it? So these are the things that we actually considered while designing Greenerbrains. And for the time we've test run this very application, so many persons that have tested it, they always talk good about it. We are yet to meet with people who will just reject this or say that this is not something that is really helping students and everybody as far as education is concerned in Nigeria.
So what really makes this app unique, especially when it comes to some of the things that you said? Because one of the three things that you said is that to learn fast, to make students learn fast, to retain and to recall. So how does the Greenerbrains app actually apply this and bring this into effect? Okay,
how we have done this is that we actually create a top-notch educational content into the app. Now we find a problem like students will read and they will tell you sometimes when we go into the examination hall, we'll forget most of the things we've read. And sometimes students will tell you, I don't even have the interest of reading. And these are the problems, not just for the student, but their parents as well. They are seeing this as a threat that most of their kids or most of their school children, when they go to school, the problem has always been, how do these people actually get the interest to read? So we try incorporating this very content into the app, like telling them step by step what you need to do. Like when it comes to when someone will read and go into the examination hall and forget, we now tell the students, these are the things, these are the steps that you have to take. Not just, we are not just trying to tell the students these are the steps you take in learning mathematics, but we believe that with the kind of content we have, whether you are learning English, whether you are learning mathematics, any subject or course at all you are learning with application in support, you can actually learn that effectively. So that's the kind of problem we are trying to solve with the Greenerbrains app.
All right, in this perspective, would you say Nigeria is gradually embracing digital solutions to everyday problems? And how has this impacted your view about going forward with this app?
Well, they are gradually embracing the digital education. But for we that have been in this project for a time now, we've really seen that most time, due to the kind of content we create, people will just be like, do you think that this is something that will really work? Because it's not like we are telling them, come, we teach our kids how to solve word problems, English and maths, but we tell them how they go about studying anything that's so I think they are gradually opening up, though not as the people in the Europe or in the other part of the world.
So it's a gradual process.
Yes.
So how do you react then to people who say, they may as well hire a private tutor for their students or for their children or for their wards?
Okay, people trying to hire private tutor for their wards, I think that depends on, because looking at education generally in Nigeria, you and I know that people no longer believe in the quality of education that you can actually get in government institutions. So that's why you see these people investing in private tutors and bringing in all these people to come out. But I think with the kind of solution we are trying to profile, if Nigerians can actually, wake up to this, I think both the private sector and the government as well can benefit from this, because we have in mind that if actually embraced, whether the person is from low income class, whether you are from middle income class or you're a wealthy person, you can get something very meaningful from the solutions we offer. So that's what we are doing. And currently, we are doing this, making it in such a way that most of the content we have is not just for subscription.
Okay.
So because it's not as if the content that are not for subscription are less value or of less value. They are of equal value, but it is our way of telling Nigerians, this is what you need to embrace. This is what is the trend that you need to come on board and join us and see what we are seeing out there.
And so talking about coming on board, how accessible is this app, and which platforms can they be?
The app is very accessible. Where you can just go to Google Play. For now, we are using Android app. So if you're using any Android phone, you can access our application on the Play Store. Just type Greenerbrains at Play Store and you see it and download it and start using it. And also, if you are using smartphone, because we consider that everybody might not be using an Android phone. Yeah. So we say, okay, if you are using any other phone that is not Android, you can just go to our website at greenerbrains.com. Whether it's Apple product, any product at all, even with your system, you can access the same content we have in the Android Play Store. Is the same content we have in the website. So two of them for now I think the things that always are the fingertips that anywhere you are, within Nigeria, outside Nigeria, anywhere at all, you can actually access most of the contents we have there.
Okay. Well, one of the responses you gave earlier, you talked about subscription, so I'm sure there are many people watching us right now that want to know how much does it cost so that they can, weigh the pros and cons to the traditional method. So how much does it cost, to have the app, and how much do the subscriptions actually cost as well?
I think, it's not I think anyway, because this is what we know. The app is for free. So you don't get to pay any money to have access to the app. So, but some of our content, the highest amount you can actually pay for a subscription is just 1,000 naira. So we are doing this not because our product or design are very something that has no value, but we are doing it considering the fact that we are still coming up and we are getting people to know us. Not just that, but we consider Nigerians as well. There's economic situation everywhere, so we don't just want to develop a program and say people must have up to 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira for you to be able to access this. So it may actually be only for the rich, not for everybody as we claim to do, because we say that it's for middle class, the poor, and everybody who has interest in this very app can actually get it.
All right, and briefly, please, how has this impacted on entrepreneurship? This is a startup, and we're seeing this, hopefully it will grow to something meaningful. Okay,
this has really been something very good as a startup. It has not really been easy. It has not really been easy. Taking a very good at some of the projects we have embarked on, the cost of production we actually, having for us to be able to come up with this. So entrepreneurship-wise, we still, look out for people out there, the angel investors and people of goodwill, very well-meaning Nigerians, for them to, kind of give a boost to what we are doing, because we are not just doing this just for the entrepreneurship gain, but we are incorporating social entrepreneurship inside it such that we are solving Nigerians' problem. And we believe that Nigerians as well should look into this direction and contribute whatever they have. If maybe something like keeping this program running, and let's be exploring
homegrown solutions.
One or two things that has to do with this, that can actually be a very good gesture from well-meaning Nigerians, which I know that many of them can actually respond to that.
All right then, James, thank you very much for the conversation. It's been very enlightening, and you've said quite a number of things on the app. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much, sir.